ladies and gentlemen, French president, I can't give you back your African art, but I will charge you a colonial tax. Macron has coronavirus. So this came out in the Wall Street Journal, December 17th, 2020. French President Emmanuel Macron tested positive for coronavirus. His office said Thursday, delivering a blow to the country that has been among Europe's hardest hit in the pandemic. The 42-year-old has tested after showing symptoms of coronavirus. So he is now isolated for 7 days, but he claims he's going to continue to work. Mr. Macron hasn't shown severe symptoms, according to a person close to the president. So his test results immediately sent ripples through Europe, affecting activities of a number of leaders who have recently been in contact with him. The French leader has maintained a busy schedule this fall as France grapple with an onslaught of COVID-19 infections that triggered a 6-week lockdown, which was recently replaced with an 8 p.m. curfew. Bars, restaurants, and theaters have remained closed across France, but the government has allowed stores and many other businesses to resume operations for the Christmas shopping season. The government plan to relax curfew on Christmas Eve, allowing holiday gatherings. You're having holiday gatherings and y'all got a bad coat. Never mind. Look at who's ruling, y'all. Okay, moving on. On Monday, Mr. Macron hosted a lunch with Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, European Council President Charles Michel, and Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development Secretary. Okay, so he has been exposing himself to quite a few people, ladies and gentlemen. So now all of those folks will more than likely have to go into isolation. So they just limit theirs to 7 days. And I think they changed it here in the US as well. It used to be 14 days, but now they're saying you only need to isolate yourself 7 days. Okay, so his wife, Brigitte Macron, the president's wife, will also isolate for 7 days, her office said. The 67-year-old, because he married an older woman, so he's 42, his wife is 67. Has shown any symptoms. So they said she hasn't shown any symptoms, and she tested negative for the virus on Tuesday. Her office added Mr. Macron is the latest in a series of world leaders that have tested positive for coronavirus. The UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has admitted, to having COVID. And remember, he was in intensive care. I don't think he was doing that great. And that was back in April. Trump hospitalized for 3 hours because it seemed like as fast as he went in, he came out. We're all wishing a speedy recovery. That came from Johnson. Okay, the lockdown that Mr. Macron announced in late October helped significantly reduce the circulation of the virus in France, which has recently reported fewer infections than most of its European neighbors, like Germany and the UK. Still, new infections remain far above the target of 5,000 that the government set going into the holiday season. In recent weeks, France's 7-day average of new daily infections have leveled off to around 11,000 cases, down from a peak of 50,000 in November. The government has urged people not to let their guard down and delayed the reopening of museums, theaters, and cinemas that were initially scheduled to reopen Tuesday. So I'm pretty much going through a lot of the same thing here in the US. Europe and the US got some of the highest coronavirus in the world. And, and all these countries are ran by high IQ people, y'all. Just imagine that. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.